In this video, I'm going to break down our $1.4 million Instagram funnel, and I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to show you every single number. I'm even going to take you inside our ads manager so you can see the real data and see what's working. So at the end of this video, you can do it yourself or decide if you want to talk to us about helping you scale your business. So first things first, let me just jump right into it and make sure that you guys know you're in the right spot. So I have two case studies over here. The one on the left is Jack Woodburn. He is an e-com coach. And when he first came to us, he was doing around 5K a month, and we helped him scale to $154,000 cash collected months in just 5 months. Here's a screenshot proof. You can see he spent $22,000 on ads, did 154K cash collected, and then $217,000 in revenue. Here's another one over here, Sean, who was actually a complete beginner. He was selling signals. He's a trading coach for like $100 a month, and we helped him increase his prices and dominate the ad space for the trading coach space. And you can see over here, he spent only a little less than $1,500 on ads and did $115,000 in revenue, coming to an 80x return on ad spend. Now, I do want to be straight with you. The results that Sean's sharing here are not very typical. These are what we call unicorn numbers, but typically what we like to aim for is something like Ecom Woody over here, where you're getting anywhere between a 5 and 10x return on ad spend. And stick with me through this short video, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. So here's a couple other ones. We've worked with some pretty big names in the space too, like Justin Wenzel, who's gotten a 7x return on ad spend since working with us. Owen, $7,500 PIF over here, and Javi and Clarissa, as well, as we helped them get their business up and running. And you can see over here, spent 4K on ads and 45K cash collected. Now, I'm not going to go through all these because the whole point of this video is to show you how to do this, but I want to make sure that you know you are in the right place and that we've actually done this. So you can see 29, 27, 16K PIF, 44K in 1 week and 5K PIF, 50K month, $5,100 PIF. The list goes on and on and on and on. And if you're at this point and you don't trust me, well, you can probably exit the video because I don't know what else I can show you. So real quick, before I jump into it, 1,000-foot overview of who I am and why you should listen to what I'm about to share with you, other than the results I just showed you, is, I've been doing this for a while. This is a picture right here on the left of me actually getting invited to speak at a mastermind of 50 plus entrepreneurs that are doing 6, 7, even some 8 figures, showing them what I'm about to share with you here. And everybody at this mastermind on the left paid over $5,000 to get this information that I'm going to share with you here. And over here on the right is actually some of our top clients. What we do is, on this one, I rented out a 16,000 square foot mansion and invited all of our top clients and my team members to come mastermind and go over some of the newer stuff that we're seeing in the industry. So you can see right here, and the reason I posted this picture of me without my beard looking like a little baby child is to show you the proof. I've been doing this since 2017. Since 2017, businesses have hired me to come in and build client acquisition systems for them so that they can grow. So the reason I show you this is just because I want to show you the truth. Nowadays, it seems like it's really easy to become an overnight expert in your industry. And I want to show you, like, with the stuff I'm going to share with you isn't something I just tested a year or 2 or 3 ago. It's been since 2017. I've been perfecting the system, and that's what I want to show you. So before we jump into it, this will only work if you are these two type of people. One, a coach, consultant, or agency owner, and someone that has funds to invest into ads. If you don't have funds to invest into ads, you're a brokey, or you're not a coach or a consultant or agency owner, this video is not for you. I would like to invite you to hop off. Now, if you are one of these two type of people, then I've got some really cool stuff with you. This is actually another screenshot that I'm just scrolling through, showing you like client wins after client wins. Again, just making sure that you know you're in the right spot and that this isn't just something that we've helped a couple clients with. We've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. At this point, I've worked with over 1,000 online businesses and specifically over 400 coaches. And I'm about to share with you everything you need to know. So I'm going to actually break down every number and metric for you in this so you know exactly how we did this. And to be honest with you, just take out the fluff and show you the raw data, because I know a lot of people don't do this. And you can see a screenshot over here. This is January 1st, 2023 to January 1st, 2024, which is literally today's January 6th as I'm shooting this. And I wanted to show you because I want this data to be something that can be shown over and over again. So last year we spent $328,000 on ads, and we did $1.4 million in cash collected and almost 2 million in revenue, 1.88. And I'm going to go through and show you like how all these work over here. But essentially the main key metric is our cost per close. On average, it cost us $1,800 to close a client. And with that, we're getting a consistent 5 to 10x return on ad spend every time we close a client. And that's what I want to share with you in here. So I'm going to show you exactly how much money I spent on ads and some of the mistakes I made so you can avoid them too. We're really big on documentation. I've documented every key performance metric inside my business since I've started this. And I'm also going to show you how we closed over 300 plus high ticket clients, all paying over $8,000. I'm going to actually show you messages that we booked and the conversation, so you know exactly what to do and what to say. This isn't going to be something where I'm just going to be like, oh, you do this, you do this. Like most people, I'm actually going to show you it so you can see it yourself. And I'm not only going to show you how to fill out just one closer's calendar at the beginning of each week, but how to fill out 3 closers' calendars at the beginning of each week. So here's a quick little screenshot. You can see Monday through Fridays are when we take calls, and you can see how booked it is there. So I'm also going to show you inside my ads manager and show you my ads live. I'm literally just going to show you and take you inside my screen. And I want to explain to you exactly how this process works. So the 1,000-foot overview of this strategy is basically based off of attraction-based marketing, where we put out an ad with a specific type of action. Now, this action could be something like follow me, get my free resource, message me if you want to work with me type of deal. There's a lot of different types of actions, but you pick an action and you get a sale. Now, this is a 1,000-foot overview. I'm going to break all this down for you in this video, and this is really what you need to know. So feel free to pause the screen, take a screenshot, but this is your 7-figure funnel at a glance. And I'm going to break down step by step everything you need to know on how to do this and model the same results that we get. So before I jump into breaking that down, you first need to understand that there's essentially 2 different types of funnels depending on your type of business model. So we have the business to business, otherwise known as B2B. This is a screenshot of one of our months, and we did $166,000 cash collected in a month, July 1st through July 31st, $211,000 in revenue. This is not our best month. This is not our worst month. This is just a random month that I wanted to share with you to show you what I'm going to share is legit. And you might be saying, well, I've seen it. You do it for yourself, a couple other clients. Let's see the numbers of other clients. Well, so what I want to share with you here is we've done this with B2B and B2C. And that's the problem with a lot of coaches that people hire is they've only done it for themselves. And we have the documentation for everybody. So this is a custom tracker that all of our clients get. And you can see this is a B2C offer. And this is actually e-com coaching. And their best month, they spent $22,000 on ads, and they did $217,000 in revenue and $155K in cash. So you can see right here, April, $22,000 in ad spend, roughly cost per lead, cost per message, $18, booked 141 calls. They had 107 calls that actually showed up and they took. Out of that, they gave 75 offers, and they closed 40 deals with 46 deposits, meaning their cost per acquisition was only $564, meaning they got a 6.9 return on ad spend. So that basically means every time you put in $1, you get $6.90 back. Now, to put that in bigger perspective, every time you spend $100, you get $690 back with this strategy. So I guess my question for you, if you're following along, is how many times are you going to spend that $100 to make $690? The answer is as many times you possibly can, right? So here is a breakdown finally showing you exactly how this works. So at the top of this funnel, this is where we drive traffic. This is going to be your reels, ads, and other. And I'll explain these. So reels are basically, posting reels talking about what you do, educating your audience. You're going to be driving traffic from that. And then you're going to be running ads. And here's a couple examples. And don't worry, I will actually show you in more detail exactly how the ads look. But for just demonstration purposes, ads. And then other would be other sources of traffic like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn, Twitter, email lists, etc., wherever else you're getting traffic from. And at this point, you're probably wondering what actually makes a good ad. So let me actually show you inside my ads manager real quick. All right, so we are inside my ads manager. Let me just refresh the screen. So again, I'm not full of fluff. I'm just showing you the raw data on here so you can see everything. This is one of our campaigns. This is where we're driving cold traffic from. And you can see on average, we're spending around $27 per message. And I want to tell you right away, this is where a lot of people, especially if you ever hire an ads agency, or if you can tell if a coach is inexperienced, if they're trying to get you to optimize your cost per lead or cost per message, that is the worst thing you can do. I would rather you pay more for a qualified lead than pay $4 for a bunch of terrible leads that will never buy from you, right? And this is a very beginner friendly mistake, is trying to optimize for cheap on the front end. That does not always work. Now there's a specific process on how this works, but essentially do not be afraid to spend more per lead. And this is a breakdown. This one campaign, it has spent $81,000, and this has easily returned over $500,000 just in this one campaign. Again, kind of in between that 5 to 10x return on ad spend is what we're looking for. But you can see everything in here. And I'll tell you again, a lot of things that the only things you really need to focus on, and this is how you can tell if the coach or ad agency that you're working with actually knows what they're doing. Cost per click doesn't matter. CTR rate doesn't matter. Anyone that tells you that does, they don't know what they're talking about, because it's different. A lot of people, this matters in e-commerce, but when you're doing coaching, it doesn't. And I'll give you an example. One of my clients I used to run ads for way back in the day was actually chiropractor, and I ran ads. I put up a family photo of her and her family looking all adorable. And then I put up a photo of just a straight call to action saying, it is $30 to get your first adjustment, something like that. The family photo, they both spent about $500. A family photo had the cheapest cost per click and the highest click-through rate I've ever seen, but nobody bought. And the reason why is because everybody just clicked on it because they thought it was a cute family. And then Facebook started optimizing towards that type of audience and no one bought. Whereas the direct call to action one had higher click-through rates, higher CPCs and everything, and higher cost per leads, but it brought in the most revenue and was ROI positive. So make sure whoever you're learning from actually knows what they're talking about, because the sad reality is most coaches and ad agencies don't have any idea what they're doing when they're doing this. Only reason I do is because I've been doing this since 2017. So here's a quick rundown. I also want to show you, I don't care. I'm freeballing this. I don't have this scripted out or anything. I'm just showing you everything that we're doing inside here. So you can see this one's spending $100 a day. Audience, United States and Canada. We're not even targeting audiences on here. I think that's another big mistake a lot of people mess with, is like, test your audiences and you're going to get your best results. And it's in reality, the world that we're in right now, and this is why you need someone that's up to date with marketing trends, is the algorithm is pushing your ads to people based off of your creative, not based off of their audiences on here. Because if you pay attention to stuff, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook got in a bunch of trouble not too long ago with tracking too much data on here. So they have all the data, but they don't give it available to the public. Whereas it's a lot easier to just optimize based off of creatives. So again, here's the raw truth of what we got going on. It's nothing crazy. Honestly, ads are it's a process. And I'll show you some of the ads we're actually running right now. So I'm sure if you guys have seen my ads, you've probably seen quite a bit of these, but here's one right here. Everything's about 15 to 30 seconds, calling out our demographic at the very beginning. Again, we'll show you a couple more right here. Hey, if you're a coach or consultant. Hey, if you're a coach or consultant, same thing. Hey, my client did this. And it's an ad. I'm not going to go too much in detail on this. If you guys don't know, you can just go to Facebook ad library and then study people's ads if you want. So to give you some insight on this, winning ads are straight to the point. There's no fluff. They're short and straight to the point. They're either professionally done or they're like a selfie style, like you're talking to the camera, kind of like a FaceTime, which proves authenticity. They sound good. They have good sound quality. They don't have like an air conditioning in the background, which I hear this a lot in ads. Like this is one of the biggest beginner mistakes is make sure your ad actually sounds good and you can clearly hear what you're saying. Next thing is they keep attention. Thanks to TikTok, we have ADD. I put America, it's really ADD world at this point because attention spans are literally less than 3 seconds. So if your ad's not converting, you're probably not catching attention in the first 3 seconds the right way. And you need to have a good hook. Some ideas and some thoughts that we found that work pretty well is like if you're moving, you're walking, you're using your hands, that catches more attention and people tend to follow along and watch more. The other thing is be emotional. Like don't be boring. Like have some high pitches, get some really low pitches, like actually have some enthusiasm as you're speaking, smile and stuff. Like a lot of times people come on and they run ads and there's like, this is how you run an ad. It's like, bro, that's so boring. The other thing is super simple. Put captions in your ads. A lot of people don't even do that. So now that we have the traffic aspect up here that I just showed you, let's talk about optimizing the actual funnel in your Instagram. So I have 4 things for you here real quick. Here's an example of mine. And if you want at this point after this video, you can just go search me and check out what I'm currently doing. These things change from time to time, but this will work if you just follow this. So the first thing is you need a one-liner talking about exactly what you do. I'll turn your IG into an automated client acquisition funnel, guaranteed, with one call to action. You don't need go to my link tree, get my YouTube, get my Facebook, get my Twitter, get all this. It's like that's too much stuff for the person to comprehend. You need one thing. And that's why for this, if you're going to use a link tree, have like 1 or 2 things in there max, but keep it simple. You want to tell your audience exactly one thing you want them to do. The next is you want to have 3 story highlights. Do not have more than 5 story highlights. If someone has to scroll all through there, they're already watching too much. Again, straight to the point, keep it simple. We actually have a value in my company called Simple Scales, Complex Fails. And that's how we run everything inside our business because the more complex you make stuff, the more it breaks. And the more simple it is, the better it can get results. And then the next is 3 pen posts that make your prospects say, wow. So I have a client case study on how we took a client from 0, actually 5K to over 100K months, my exact ad strategy, and then a lifestyle video. So now that you have the traffic, you have the funnel optimized, now it's time to get some conversations in the DMs and essentially how to qualify and get them on an application. So as you're running through here, typically what we like to see is about a 5 to 20% conversion rate on DMs coming through to quality going through to a sales call, basically. What that means is that if you get 100 messages, you should expect between 5 and 20 of those to be considered your ideal type of client. Another beginner-friendly mistake is people think when they put up ads, every single ad that they run is going to bring them in super qualified people. Yes, there's certain ads that'll get you more qualified, but you should play the numbers game, meaning 5 to 20% is a very scalable number. And if you follow what I share with you here, you'll be able to get the same metrics, at least similar to what we're doing. So here's an example that I promised you from earlier. We have someone opting in, saying their keyword. Hey man, cool if I drop the 1 page here with all the info. Yeah, let's get it. Awesome, man, check it out. And then we send them our page, which would have a video kind of like what you're watching right now, explaining what you do, why you do it, and why you're good at it, and some results that you do. And then we go straight into it. So what kind of business are you running exactly? I run a construction business, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to make 100K a month. Cool. 100K is solid, bro. I respect it. So what are you currently doing to get more clients? Right now, I'm just doing Google ads, Facebook. It's just not working. Yeah, we used that before. You familiar with IG ads though? Those would crush for you. Yeah, when's a good time to hop on a call? Like straight to the point. Just use this link to book basically. And from here, it's you send the link and they book a call. Now, every conversation is going to be different, right? Like this one was pretty straight to the point. It's like, hey, I'm interested, talk more. And what we found is once you find those quality people, they usually just come through and they're ready to go because sales is a numbers game, and lead generation is a numbers game. Again, the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is it's just a numbers game and it's dialing in your numbers. So now that we have all this into play, I'm going to hook you guys up on some free game. And this is probably the money of this video lesson right now is our retargeting strategy. So how do we retarget like a pro? I essentially call this the sticky spider web strategy where, and this is why I like to use just Instagram. Once somebody ends up on your Instagram, whether they click on an ad, they message you, they click on your profile, they watch a video, they engage in an ad, whatever it is, you can retarget them and make them see you every single day for literally sometimes pennies on the dollar. And this is exactly how you set it up. So there's a tab inside Facebook, usually on the left over here, where you can go and just hit custom to audiences. And then you create an audience and you just select Instagram account. And then you can test what you want with that. Typically, what I do is I just load them all up and I just retarget everybody in one audience. So from there, typically, again, you get the 5 to 20% conversion rate from the DMs to quality. And then from that, usually you should be aiming for with this strategy, you can get on average from all of our clients, get around a 60 to 80% show rate. And this is basically how you want to make sure that you get people to not just show up, but they make sure that they're quality. So here you can use Calendly, Go High Level. There's so many different calendar options out there, but the point is pick one and stick to it. We use Calendly for this example, and they, use an online calendar, and then we ask them some questions to make sure that they're a good fit. Again, make sure the questions you ask them are application-based questions that can disqualify people, and don't be afraid of people being disqualified. So for example, if your business, let's say you are a trading coach and they need at least $5,000 to invest, say that on here. You need at least $5,000 to invest for this trading strategy to work. Will that be doable for you? For us, with our ads, you need at least $3,000 to invest into ads, or we don't even want to work with you. So we throw shade at people we don't want to work at. If you notice from the beginning of this video, I said you must have funds to invest into ads. So if you're watching this far into the video, either one, you have funds to invest into ads, or two, you're just watching this because it's informational. And then lastly, the calendar. So we use Calendly again, but the main thing is you want to send email reminders and text reminders. So we have 3 text reminders and 3 email reminders that go out 24 hours, 1 hour, and 15 minutes before the call, reminding them there's a call and the link for the Zoom call. And from here, typically, if you do all of this right and you optimize it, then you get about a 25 to 35% close rate. That's the average we've seen. My top closer inside my company is closing at 50% right now on offers given. And we even have some clients that are up there between 60 and 70% when they're closing deals themselves. So at this point, I've shown you everything on here. I would like to introduce to you my company, Authority Income Accelerator, where we help online coaches like yourself build authority to scale with predictability. And here's actually a photo. My team is right inside here. And then the rest are our top clients. Some of our clients in here, we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in a year. And then some we've taken just to get their first clients. The point is, we're really good at what we do with this. And at this point, I'm sure you see it all the time online. You really have a couple of different options. You could try doing all this yourself. You could hire some done for you ads agency, which I would really recommend you don't do that, because the honest truth is I ran an ads agency for 4 years. And the number one thing that we did inside the ads agency is the ads agency owners have to cover their tracks and give you the cheapest cost per message because it makes them look better. That doesn't grow your business. And not to say when you hire an ads agency and then let's just say something bad happens at ads agency or they shut down like I shut mine down, well, then you're back to ground zero without knowing how to run ads. And that's what AIA is. We are a done with you program where we show you literally everything we did. We've documented everything, all the numbers, all the case studies, all the KPIs, everything. And we show you how to do it yourself and we teach you how to do it. So here's what you get. I'm actually going to share my screen and show you inside the actual platform where we host everything. So here is inside our AIA platform, and you can see this is where we host everything. These are where all the updates are, clients closing deals. I'll show you more about that in a second. But we have our curriculum over here. We have Setting School teaching you how to do this, masterclass recordings, upcoming events. You can see one of the cool things is we have coaching calls literally at this point 6 times a week. Setting University, we actually have a call on Monday coming up right here. That's with me. We go over ads. I literally show you inside my ads manager and tweak your ads with you on the call. We have Setting University. You can actually bring your setters on board if you want, or you can train yourself here. General Q&A, Ecom Woody, my client I was showing you earlier that we helped scale to 154K months. We hired him to be a coach inside here as well. So you can literally get direct access to him. Same thing with another client, Charles, who we took from 0 to 50K months within 3 months, I believe. He's on here as well. And then we have sales training too. And we also have the general Q&A is one of my top clients I've ever had, who I've hired to be the client success manager, who's been working with me since 2018, 17, 18, I believe. So you're in good hands with that. We have pretty much everything you need here. We have the community aspect where people are sharing their wins. And again, I can't make this up. These are just real. Again, I'll refresh my screen, but we have clients literally posting and share your wins all day long, right? This is an hour ago, 4K deal, $1,400 a month for 6 months, a jam-packed calendar, ads kicking in, hiring first sales rep. Justin just hit his first 50K month, $284 spent, 6K cash collected. Like, you guys, like, this list just goes on and on and on and on. And I'm not going to waste too much time with it, but here's another one. We helped him make $100,000. So you get the point. We also just have like a really good community aspect where you come in here and you can talk to the community of 6, 7, and even some 8-figure entrepreneurs in here. And then the cool part is this little chat button up here is where you'll be able to communicate with your coach one-on-one. You will actually get your own individual coach to help you scale. And our coaches are solely responsible for these results right here. Now, remember that chart I showed you earlier, kind of like the overview of everything? This is the back end detail that we're going to help you install to build this, not into just a ads machine and getting people in your ecosystem, but an actual sales system, a client getting system. And this is how it works. We drive traffic over here. People DM us a keyword. We collect their information. They sign up or they download whatever it is. They get put into a workflow. They fill out an application. Based off the application, they get added to retargeting. They get put into another workflow. And then from there, they book a call. They get case studies and trainings before the call, selling them before the call. This is where a lot of people screw up, is they just get them a call. But after they book a call, you want to train your prospects to close and know everything about you. So by the time they get on the call with you or your sales team, it's like slicing butter. And from there, become a client, say no, not right now, or no show. And you can see there are workflows for everything. Now, I might have gone through this pretty fast, but I'm trying to keep this straight to the point. This is something that we're going to help you install and optimize for you inside your business. So like, just imagine if we help you install this system and all you have to do is just get ads that work, everything else will close on the back end. This is how you build a 7-figure company. So here's what we're going to help you do. AIA will help you build instant authority in your space and make sure that you are the go-to expert in your industry. This is going to be how you close deals over your competition. We will give you the exact step-by-step formula to add an additional, at bare minimum, $100,000 to your business. We have over 5+ coaching calls a week with coaches that are currently making profits in the system. Like I showed you, Woody, Charles, Alec. They're all running businesses that are doing over $50,000, $100,000 a month. So you get access not just to them, but you also get access to me on these coaching calls too, where I can go through and actually tear apart your ads, which I do quite a bit. I give you the raw, honest truth of whether I like an ad or not. And we help you actually get results with this. You also get your own personal coach that's one-on-one that you can personally message 24/5 and ask any questions you want. And whatever they need, they'll make sure that you are taken care of. They also give you one-on-one calls too as needed. We'll help you create and tweak your ads with you. So it's basically like your own inside your ads agency. Like we're all basically like an internal ads agency inside your business, where on that earlier page I was showing you, there's actually a link where you can fill out to get your ads live with an expert in our industry. You also get access to a community of 6 and 7-figure entrepreneurs, some even doing 8 figures inside our community. This is a 120-day program of working with me and my team to help you build and scale your coaching business. Now, We get asked all the time what happens after 120 days. What I always say is focus on the 120 days. Let us show you that we can get you results in 120 days. And then we'll talk about how you can continue to grow after that. But we're not just going to bring you in, give you a course, give you a program, give you a coach, and then after 120 days, you're gone. We have specific outcomes depending on where you're at to help you continue to grow to hit 7 and even 8 figures and beyond. So we'll help you build a client acquisition machine that you can not only just make money from, but you can automate it. Truthfully, for me inside my business, I don't take sales calls anymore. I don't really hop on calls other than coaching calls. And I absolutely love it because I built a team where this system runs without me. We'll also give you our entire backend system. This includes all the funnels. All the funnels are already built out into templates. All you got to do is tweak it up and put it in your own. All the SOPs, emails, texts, everything we built inside our business to get where we're at, we give all of our clients and we give you. And then we'll also help you master sales. You'll get access to a sales coach that has over 10,000 plus hours of sales coaching to help increase your close rate. Because again, we're not just something where we help you run ads and get authority. We actually want to help you build this into a legit company. And anyone at the end of the day can put up some ads, right? But optimizing, tweaking them, that's what we're here to help you do. But also how to close these deals. We're going to show you how we've closed hundreds and hundreds of clients that paid us $8,000, $10,000 plus. And I want to also offer you something crazy right now. And this is only for the action takers that are watching this video, is I will guarantee that you make an ROI in 90 days. But only if you book from this page. So if you're any bit serious, you're a coach, consultant, you're serious about growth, and you have funds to invest into ads, click the link down below. It'll take you to a page where you can fill out an application, fill it out to the best of your ability because we review those before the calls, and it's going to help us help you. And if you're a good fit, we'll keep the call on the calendar, and then we'll explain what our offer is and go over everything with you and show you how this can work for you and how you can get some of the results I was sharing with you earlier. So with that being said, I appreciate you and I will hopefully talk to you soon.
From there, 50K consistently, 50, 60K. Yeah, man, I can't thank you enough.
So with the two models together, we pretty much touching 200 and cash collecting a little bit over 100.
I had $32,000 last month, and the month before that was around 20. 0 to 50K in 2 months is absolutely amazing, dude. The ROI, I think that's like a 25X.
Yesterday, we increased our price to $15,000, closed the first 2 calls we got on, both produced from ads.
After I ran ads for a few months, I ended up spending $8K and I ended up making $59,500. So spent about $8K and made $59,500.
We literally did 190K in sales in the last 4 weeks. I want to thank you, Justin, for all you've done.
I finished out the month at like 35,000 gross, took in almost 20K in cash.
Revenue wise, it's been about 15 to 16K so far, and I only spent like maybe $600-$700. So I think like a 26 ROAS.
We started getting 3 to 4X the amount of lead flow within just a couple of weeks. Our revenue over doubled month to month for 2 months in a row. So massive shout out to Justin.
The first month in AIA, I think I made 12,500. This month, I think I spent so far 1,500. I'm already at 10,000, so more than 5 to 1. So
just on Friday, my agency crossed the 6-figure mark per month. With Justin's program, I would say we earned over 30K over the past month in contracts.
I mean, the program itself, I probably got it back in 2-3 weeks, and now it's just straight profit.